This TV and this thing. Oh, come on. Don't. No, you don't.
All right, hey, we're at Origins here with Paul Peterson, world-renowned game designer, sous chef to the stars. No, I don't know.
Chef to the stars.
I'm just making stuff up now.
I'm not sure I like it. Did I make you the chef? Again!
But he's here with Unexploded Cow, which is not only a reissue, but it's a redesign.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's actually a cool story because James was restarting Cheapest Games. He's had a job that he's hated for quite some time and decided to go back.
Yes, your job.
Yes, exactly. I love my job. But he decided to restart the company. And the product he took, and I was really very honored, was the one that we designed together in 2002, was it? It was a while ago.
2001.
2001.
Over a decade
Cow.
ago.
Over a decade ago. Unexploded Cow. But if we were going to reissue it and have it be the flagship for the new company, we went in and we looked at it and we've learned a lot since then. So we went in and applied all of that and did a redesign on it. We changed the way the city cards work. They have abilities now when you take them. We went through all the cards in the deck and rebalanced them to what we now know is the correct balance, of course. And
there's a better one we can do next time.
Yeah. Well, there's always room for
version 3.
For version 3.
Right.
But and then reissued
Mike
it as
just doesn't have time.
No, he doesn't. We've got as a more deluxe set, and it's got the cheapest brand is often that it only has what you need in it, and we assume you have dice, we assume you have play money, we assume you have all of those kinds of things. But in the deluxe version, we give you all of that. It's got really nice the money. I love the money for the new one.
Nice chunky tokens.
Yeah, nice chunky tokens. This feels better than paper money. I like playing with these better than paper money, actually. So that's what we did. We redesigned it and repackaged it and Kickstartered it. But the Kickstarter was just the beginning. It was to fund a print run. Okay. Instead of, a lot of Kickstarters are it's basically a pre-sale and then they print what you ask them to print and then they're done. But this was starting a company, so
nice.
Great. Yeah.
Nice. So yeah, you've kind of relaunched not just a game, but a company.
Yes, exactly.
With that Kickstarter. So you've done this. You obviously a lot of people know you for Smash Up.
Yes.
Which has kind of hit the market and just gangbusters.
Well, yesterday it was on Tabletop.
Yes, it was on Tabletop, and I was busy prepping for this.
So you don't even know who won.
I don't know who won, but I'm sure it was a great episode. Did you watch it?
I watched it. I was actually down there during the taping. I happened to be visiting LA at the time, and things happened to coincide. And my friend Bo, who's the executive producer, was like, "Come on down and watch the taping." So it was awesome. really awesome to get there. And I'd be sitting there, and all of a sudden, Will would be like, "Paul, how does this work?" Very fun. Really cool.
So you were kind of an associate producer.
Yes. Well, that means something in Hollywood. They would never. No, I was a voice in the darkness for them mostly.
Yes.
Mechanics consultant.
I was a mechanics consultant.
Right.
Exactly.
So
you're a SME.
Yes. So tell us, Awesome Level 9000 came out, and that's been doing well for you guys.
Very well. Everybody loves the new factions.
Yeah, I've given it a quick playthrough, and we're getting deeper into it. And I've so far really enjoyed the new stuff. What can you tell us about the Cthulhu expansion?
What can I tell you about?
Other than it's obligatory because
it's obligatory.
It just has to happen.
Of course, we had to do a Cthulhu expansion. There wasn't a choice there. So it's got 4 new factions.
Okay.
So it's sort of like Awesome Level 9000, 4 new factions. But these are all within the Cthulhu mythos. There's a Cthulhu faction which is about the cultists or the acolytes who are trying to bring back Cthulhu.
Okay.
There's a faction of sort of like the Innsmouth people. They're just trying to bring back any of the horrors. They're the deep ones and the elders and the Shoggoths and stuff. Then there's a faction of just cultists. They are the most different faction. They have I think they have 10 2-power guys that are all exactly the same. but they can go and search for them. So that's their little thing. They just have these guys, a ton of them, and they just play them out. And then the last one are the professors at Miskatonic. They're Miskatonic, so they have a lot of like investigating powers and looking at things. And the big thing for it is that there's a new type of card in there. There's a new mechanic. It's called Madness, and they're a card that you can give to other people, and it's bad for them to have it in general. And everything rolls around that for the most part. Like the Cthulhu deck wants those cards. They're still bad at the end because every 2 you have is minus a victory point. But they sort of fuel everything they're doing with them. Like they play more powerful cards at a penalty of getting those into their deck. The elder spawns are trying to give those to other people. Like you're going to get minus victory points here. The cultists don't care too much about that. They're just sort of thematic, and they've got this cool thing going on. They have a little bit of stuff, but not very much. And then the Miskatonics actually use them as fuel in that you get a Madness card, and then you have cards that are like, well, if you have one, you get to get rid of it and do something cool. So anyways, it was a lot of fun to design, and very nice, interesting to have one that themed as opposed to like Awesome Level 9000, which is 4 factions, but they don't really have a cohesive theme. They just 4 things.
So did you put new bases into that expansion as well?
Every faction has 2 bases in there.
Okay,
Yep.
great. And then I lost it, but so we'll edit this.
Yeah, exactly.
But new bases.
Do that.
Yep.
And do the new cards, the new type of cards, do they interact with the old bases at all? Or
yes, I mean everything works together. The one thing will be that if I'm playing Cthulhu, for example, and you're playing bears and zombies, whatever, you're not going to have anything that's going to deal with the Madness cards. But the Madness cards themselves, they're bad to have them at the end, but they all say on them like there's 2 things you can do with the Madness card. It's action, draw 2 cards. So you have it, so I give it to you, put it in your hand, and you can I'm going to keep this because I'm going to put it in my discard pile. Or action, get rid of it. So you can burn an action to get rid of it. You can always everybody can deal with it. Everybody doesn't have to, if they're like, wow, they're not just sucking up these bad cards that they have to deal with because they aren't one of the factions that deals with them, because they are you can remove them at a cost.
Fair for all positions, any subset.
Cool. So it's kind of like a built-in.
Yes, it's a built-in to deal with the fact that anybody could be playing.
Sure. So, do you have anything else going on? Are you
anything else
designing away, or is it mostly Smash-Up-based stuff that you're working on?
Over the last 6 months, it's been a lot of Smash-Up, and the other project I've been working heavily on is there's a game that Mike Selinker designed for Pathfinder for Paizo called the Pathfinder Adventure Game. And it's based on Pathfinder. It's kind of like playing a card game version of Pathfinder, and it's a huge project. We did a huge number of cards. Excuse me for 1 second.
Signing autographs.
It's
a very famous guy.
Is Jason going to be
So I've been working very strong with him. I was like one of his developers for that. So it was a huge project, so it took a ton of time. Then it's just other random card games, working on my other stuff. But Smash Up takes a lot of time. Working on that took a ton of time. And now that we're sort of on the other side of that, it's time for me to get my other games into shape and things. Like a couple weeks ago, or months ago, I guess now, I went to GameStorm, which is a local convention in Washington State, but they have a huge game designer focus. They love to have game designers come in and play test games. They set up play tests, so you get to play with a bunch of new people who've never seen your stuff. Really fun, and I brought a couple of my games there to do that.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk with us.
Always glad.
Again, this is Paul Peterson. Check out Smash Up. Check out Unexploded Cow. And we're here at Origins covering the con for Theology of Games. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, no, a pleasure.